So today I wanted to bring you this slightly smoky eye tutorial. Smoky eyes are like what it's all about for fall. Bold lips are usually really in for fall, and I guess they are this year, but this year it is all about the big, bold, smoky eyes. Now, unfortunately, big, bold, smoky eyes may not be perfect for work, they may not be perfect for school, and they may not be perfect for going to Thanksgiving or out with family. So even though they're fun for nights or things like that, I wanted to show you a simple and slightly smoky eye so you can still rock the trend, kind of switch up your regular makeup routine, and still look amazing because it's neutral. So it's not totally overdone, there's not a ton of glitter, and it's pretty simple. I also wanted to just kind of balance out the face with a little bit of blush and a little bit of lips. This is a perfect everyday autumn look you can do to kind of stay on trend and kind of spice up the way that you look and feel. So yeah, I will list everything down in the bottom tab below. Please go check that because that is where we put links, that is where we put funny things, that is where we put all the products that are here. And any questions that you guys ask me, like if I find them in the comments, I'll like update the little bottom tab and actually put the answer there if someone had a question. So yeah, I love you guys and I will show you how to get this look. So guys, before we get into this slightly smoky eye tutorial, I wanted to show you actually what I'm using on the rest of my face. I didn't want this to be like a 50-long-minute video, so I decided to just kind of do that stuff first and I'll walk you through it. So I started off by prepping my skin. Instead of using a primer, I've been having a little bit of a breakout. Not super bad, but they're just like little pimples. So I use this oil-free moisturizer, but this is for clear skin, so it has salicylic acid. This is a very, very thick moisturizer, so it kind of acts as like a cream. And it really sticks to foundation well. So it's a great primer for what I use as a concealer. So the first thing I did was conceal. I used Dermablend's Cover Cream. This is absolutely one of my favorites. It covers everything. And then because I just wanted to even out skin tone, I applied a tinted moisturizer. This is Nude from Mercier. It's a tinted moisturizer SPF 20. This is a little bit dark for my skin, so I did add a little bit of Silk Cream foundation from Laura. And does anyone else notice that this smells like mac and cheese? Like, this smells like mac and cheese. And even when I first bought it, people were like, oh, it's old. It's not that old. It's always smelled like mac and cheese to me. But the purpose of adding foundation was not to cover. The coverage came from the Cover Cream. The purpose was to even out skin tone. And just to make it my color, I added a little bit of this. Now, this alone is very, very full coverage. But that's not what I was going for, so that's not what I did. Next, I decided to just do a little bit of setting powder. This is Cover FX. This is in light. I like it. It's very nice. I'm like a delight. Then I decided to contour and do a little bit of under eye kind of priming and prepping. I used the Instant Eye Prep from Cover FX just because I have like little wrinkles down here that stuff always gets caught in and it's so frustrating. So I used this to try to like wipe those out. I use this Instant Age Rewind. I used to love this. Makeup by Tiffany D raves about this. It's from Maybelline. I like it, but it covers like dark circles, but it doesn't really cover like any puffiness or anything like that. So I'm gonna go get like some eye cream instead of relying on this, but I use that, and I also kind of brought it down here just to kind of add as a highlighter. So that's basically what my highlight is. I contoured and highlighted with a Dermablend powder in Amber. Is that what it is? Yeah, Amber. And then this Maybelline Fit Me foundation in number 10. For my eyebrows, I just used this brush, which is from Sedona Lace. It's just any angled brush will do. I actually used an eyeshadow from Benefit. This is in Bossy. It's just a very nice medium brown that's kind of perfect for my skin tone and for the look we're going for today. And then I used Highbrow by Benefit. This is just like a brow pencil. You push it right underneath your brow to shape them, and then I just kind of use my fingers to kind of work it in. And I'm really frustrated. The lady like ripped off my eyebrows. I was like, really? Like, I asked them thick and they look okay, but that's because I filled them in. Waiting for them to grow back, story of my life. So to finally get in with this tutorial, we are going to start off our simple smoky eye by using Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is going to ensure that the colors actually last and actually look pretty, because sometimes when you blend, they kind of like all turn muddy, and we don't want that. So I'm just applying it directly. And I'm going to focus on the lid and then just kind of work it up into my crease. Alright, so I'm going to start with this first color. This is a custom Laura Mercier palette. So basically, oh, you can see yourself and all the crud in my room that's like thrown around everywhere. This is a custom palette, so basically these are all loose eyeshadows that you can put into a palette, which is what I did. The first one I'm using is this light one right up here by the right, and this is in the shade of Buttercream. This is just going to kind of reinstate our brow that we did, and then also give us a little bit more highlight down closer towards the crease. So I am using an eyeshadow brush from Costco. It's just a regular fluffy brush. And I'm just going to kind of pat this on ever so lightly just to kind of give it that extra dimension so that when it blends, it looks nice. So this next color is Baroque, which sometimes I like to call a barbecue, just for the front of it. It's kind of a slightly shimmery, but just really like a neutral color. Any light brown will do, and I'm using just a Sedona Lace flat shader brush. It's not too fluffy. And I'm going to apply this starting in my inner corner and just kind of over the outer inner third of the lid. It's like the first almost to half so we can blend it. So now that we're done with that, I'm going to go in with my second color. And this is an all-time favorite of mine. This is Truffle. It's this deep brown color. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to use the same brush just for the heck of it. And I'm going to apply this basically to the outer corner and the outer third of the eye. And you know what? Actually, before I do that, I'm going to add a safety. What happens is that when you're using dark shadows, if you've already done your makeup, it can kind of like droop down and like make you look like you haven't slept in 5 days. So I'm going to be just taking a regular setting powder. This is the one that I used on my face, the Cover FX setting powder. And we are going to basically take, this is a MAC 150, and just slough this underneath our eyes as a safety. So we're going to wipe it away later, but for now we're just going to apply an overly zealous amount so that we don't have any weird like colors underneath our eyes. So if anything does fall, it'll fall on this, and that way it won't ruin our entire face. Awesome. So now I'm going to take Truffle and I'm going to apply it to my outer corner. And you can even take it down just a little bit. We're going to be applying a different color underneath our eyes, but you can kind of just connect it to that corner so it doesn't look, you know, like a loose end. Once we've got that placed, I'm going to dust off my brush just so that that brown stuff comes off, and then we can kind of use this just to kind of pat it in. So what we're doing here is creating a gradient. As you can see, our shadow on our lid goes from lighter to dark. And then we have kind of a crease that we've left alone. Once we've done that, we're going to take a fluffy blender and we're just going to kind of blend this in. This is also why it's great to have that almost barely there highlight, is because this will help blend those two colors together and again make it look like we have layers and they kind of fade into each other. Next, I'm going to take African Violet, which is this beautiful purple that I've been obsessed with. It's kind of shimmery, and we're going to use this to really liven up our eyes. I'm taking it again on this blender. This is a Sigma 224. And this is just going to give us a little bit of pizzazz. So I'm going to apply this kind of right to the crease, and because it's a fluffy brush, it'll kind of not only add that dimension, but it'll really disperse it well so it's not like a streak of glitter. I hope I've been in focus this whole time. You don't always want to see like lines of shadow, like where one starts and one finishes. It's really nice when they just kind of blend and fade into each other. So that is what we shall do. And next we're going to add our liner, and what I'm using for liner is this really dark blue. This is Deep Night. It's a very matte color. I'm just going to take any angled brush and I'm going to line my upper lid. Now I'm not going to line my lower lid. This is a very dark color, and we want to make this kind of smoky and kind of fun, but we want it to be appropriate for every day. We don't want it to be overdone. So instead of bringing the bottom with this dark color, I'm going to use a slightly lighter color to kind of brighten it up. But first I'm going to use this. If you really like a wing, you can wing it out, or you can just let it kind of as it is. If you're used to winged liner, then do it, and if you're not, then do whatever you please. So next I'm going to take just whatever's left on this brush and just take it the slightest bit down. And again, we're not going all the way, we're just going just barely any. This is going to kind of connect it to the bottom, kind of where we place that brown. Next, I'm going to wipe off whatever's on this brush since this is a dark color, and we're going to use that lighter color just to kind of drag this all the way underneath. So this lighter color is called Twilight Gray. It's a gorgeous matte gray. I think it's super pretty. You could always use like plum purple or something, which is also kind of like a grayish purple color. But I am just going to apply this right where that leaves off and kind of finish it off just to kind of about halfway. So it kind of fades from this really dark blue to this lighter gray. Next, I'm going to take my MAC 150 again and wipe off all of this under eye stuff, and anything dark that fell is also going to come off with it, which is awesome. So now to finish up the eyes, I'm going to be using liner and mascara. Now this liner is only going to go on the upper tight line. This is Sense of Style. Yes, Sense of Style by MAC, which is kind of like a bluish, darkish gray. It's similar to the Twilight, only it's safer for the waterline. So I'm just going to apply this up here to kind of fill that in. It doesn't look like we have a light gap there. You could apply a little bit of Buttercream or this light color right in the inner corner. That kind of opens everything up. Especially when we have a lot of thick liner and a lot of dark colors, having white or a light color like a silver right here in the inner corner really kind of brings that back to life. Next, I'm going to use my current Obsessed mascara. This is from Neutrogena. I swear to God, drugstore mascaras are just as good as high-end. This is the Healthy Lengths, sorry. I've been pretty much obsessed with it. So you want to just apply this, and you could apply falsies, but this will just boost up those lashes. So now that that's applied, we can also go in a little bit on the lower lashes. Now I'm not going to do my entire lower lash line, I'm only going to do kind of part way. And we don't want to do all the way if your lower lashes are really long, because my lower lashes are like as long as my top lashes. I'm like, really, life? Really? Really, genetics? So just a little bit on the bottom will kind of finish this off. And if you do get too much of your lower lashes, you can just go like this and be like, ha ha ha, it never happened. Once we're done with the eyes, it's time to add a little bit of color to our face. Since I already have kind of a highlighter and kind of a contour on, I'm going to be using Halo Long Wear, which is from Smashbox. It's amazing. It's like a cheese grater blush, I would describe it. And it is Passion. It is this beautiful light color. Because we have these gorgeous smoky eyes, we need something to kind of balance this out. Slightly smoky eyes. I'm just gonna grate it off like that, and all of a sudden you have just the perfect amount of powder. I'm gonna tap this in and then put it on my face. Easy as pie. So you can smile to find the apples of your cheeks. I kind of like to go up as opposed to just circle on my apples. Totally up to you and your face shape. But yeah, we're going to apply this, and it's just going to add some brightness to our life. It kind of helps to blend everything in together and make you look super, super, super cool if you want to be like a cool person. So to tone this down a little bit, you can leave it really bright if you want, but since this is kind of a work and school appropriate, kind of more dramatic look, I'm just taking whatever is left on this brush, the MAC 150, and buffing in. And then I'm also going to apply a little bit more of this Maybelline Fit Me highlighter. You like how I was like, oh, look at my highlighter, isn't it nice? Oh, there it is, delayed reaction. I'm just gonna swipe this on top of my cheeks and then kind of drag that down with a brush. And I personally like really bright blush, so I'm not gonna tone mine down all the way, but it is up to you and up to the situation and up to what you are feeling. So it's all just buff and blend. And then I'm going to be using, I don't even know, this is like a lip, it's a Moisture Smooth Color Stick. It's not a lip pencil, it's not a crayon. I am obsessed with this. This is from Neutrogena. I got this and then I went back and I bought two more in different colors. These are so smooth. I mean, they're moisture sticks, so I guess, but they glide on very nicely. This is in the color 50. This is Warm Caramel. What's great is these also have like a little bit of shimmer. They're not matte. So I'm going to be using this. It's just a very, very natural color, and I'm just going to be using this to give my lips some definition. Such a freaking gorgeous color, and it's Neutrogena, so it's not that expensive. So that this is already really shimmery, we're going to add a gloss. Now this is just for dimension. Since we already have the shimmer from the lipstick, or the lip crayon, or moisture stick, whatever, color moisture stick, we're just going to be applying this to the very middle of our lips. Now this is just a really light shimmery pink. This is Kitten from Stila. I'm just going to dab it right in the middle, kind of blot it around, and that will be it. So that just gives us kind of like a fresh kitten pout, even though kittens don't pout. Go figure. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoy this. Again, I hope it wasn't too long. I tried to make it shorter by not doing the rest of my face, but if you want a brow tutorial, if you want a foundation tutorial, or anything I didn't show in this video, just be sure to tell me and I will do that for you. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I cannot wait to talk to y'all soon. Bye.